Hi, so today we're going to be looking at seasonal form cycles in horse racing, why horses peak when they do and how smart punters exploit it. Let me ask you something. How many times have you looked at a horse's past form and thought, this thing never runs a bad race, until suddenly it does? Or the opposite, a horse that's been running like a drain pipe for months, then out of nowhere, on a random Tuesday afternoon in April, it absolutely bolts up. Same horse, same trainer, same jockey. So what changed? Because here's the uncomfortable truth most punters never fully come to terms with. Form is not flat, it's not linear, and it's definitely not random. Form moves in cycles, and one of the biggest, most predictable cycles in horse racing is seasonal form. Spring horses, autumn horses, summer jumpers, winter all-weather specialists. These aren't myths, these are patterns. Today, we're going to break them down properly, without mysticism, without folklore, and without lazy cliches like this time of year. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why some horses consistently peak in the spring or autumn, why others disappear completely when the seasons change, how flat turf horses differ from all-weather specialists, and why certain jumpers only come alive in the summer, and also how trainers quietly engineer form around the calendar. Most importantly, you'll learn to spot when the market hasn't caught up and when a short price favourite is living on borrowed time. Let's get into it. So firstly, what seasonal form actually is. Seasonal form is often misunderstood. People think it means the horse won last April, so it might win again this April. That's not analysis, that's nostalgia. Real seasonal form is about conditions, not dates. It's about how horses respond to ground changes, temperature, daylight length, training intensity, race programme structure, and recovery cycles. Horses are biological athletes. They're not machines. Their bodies respond to seasons in ways that are markedly consistent, especially once they reach maturity. And that consistency is gold if you know how to read it. So why do spring horses exist? Let's start with spring horses because they're the easiest to misunderstand. Spring is a transitional period. Horses are coming out of winter routines. Fitness is improving rapidly. Ground is softening less, but not firm yet. Trainers are sharpening rather than grinding. Certain horses absolutely thrive here. Why? Well, firstly, physical freshness. Some horses simply do not cope well with long, hard campaigns. They lose condition quickly. They go flat mentally. They're sensitive types. Give them a winter break or a light winter and suddenly their coat improves, their action sharpens, their enthusiasm returns. These horses peak when they're fresh, not when they're battle hardened. Spring is when freshness meets fitness. Ground sweet spots. Many horses hate extremes. They don't want bottomless winter ground. They don't want rattling summer firm. Spring often provides genuine good soft. Moisture without deep ground. More forgiving surfaces. That's a massive deal for action dependent horses. Watch how many spring specialists start to struggle the moment the summer firm arrives. Handicap position. Here's where the edge really comes in. Spring horses are often well treated. Why? Because they spent months running over the wrong ground, the wrong trips, or while short of fitness. The handicapper sees defeats, the market sees poor recent form, but the trainer sees a horse about to peak. This is where the value lies. Next, we're going to look at autumn horses, or the second wind. Autumn horses are a different breed entirely. These are often bigger, stronger types, horses that take longer to come to hand, horses that improve with racing. They don't explode into life the first time out, they build. What about fitness stacking? Some horses need 3 runs, 4 runs, sometimes more before their fitness, confidence and race sharpness align. By autumn, they're fully tuned, they know their job, they're physically hardened. Spring might be about freshness, autumn is about accumulated readiness. So what about the programme advantage? Well, autumn racing often offers slightly weaker fields, horses winding down for winter, rivals running over unsuitable ground. Autumn specialists are often still hungry while others are running on fumes. So what's the market error? Well, here's a key money horse principle. The market loves early form. It struggles with late bloomers. Autumn horses are often underestimated because punters are anchored to what they saw months earlier. That creates opportunity. So flat turf versus all weather, the two different worlds. We're going to talk about one of the most misunderstood transitions in racing. Flat turf horses moving to the all weather and vice versa. All weather specialists exist and they're not just bad turf horses. This is critical. Some horses are built for the all weather. Lower knee action, strong relentless galloping style, the ability to quicken off a steady pace, and mental resilience in repetitive racing. Winter all-weather campaigns aren't glamorous, but they're structured, and the structure suits certain horses perfectly. So why some turf horses fail on all-weather? Some of the common reasons: too much knee action, reliance on strong pace collapses, a lack of technical speed, discomfort on artificial surfaces. Yet the market constantly assumes if it's well handicapped on turf, it'll be dangerous on all weather. That assumption costs punters a fortune every winter. So the spring transition trap, one of the most profitable times to oppose favourites. Early spring horses returning from winter runs. Why? They've been racing steadily, not sharply. They're often overbet on fitness. Turf demands a different kind of acceleration. This is classic red flag territory. So what about jump racing and particular summer jumpers and winter grinders? Well, jump racing has its own seasonal logic. Summer jumpers are often speedier, better movers, less robust in deep ground. They thrive when ground is quicker, fields are smaller, races are more tactical. But here's the key: they often struggle badly when brought back into winter conditions. Yet punters remember summer wins far longer than they should. And what about winter jumpers? Well, winter specialists are grinders. They want testing ground, long distances, attritional races. They look slow in the summer, they look clumsy on good ground, but when the winter comes, they come alive. Knowing which type you're dealing with prevents you backing a good horse in the wrong season. So let's have a think about trainers and the calendar, because this is where the edge lives. Good trainers don't train randomly. They train towards seasons. Some target summer tracks, some target winter or weather prize money, some target early season handicaps, some autumn staying races, some patterns emerge when you stop looking at individual races and start looking at intent. So some of the key signs: horses consistently peaking at the same time of year, long gaps between specific months, quiet prep runs before seasonal targets, the market reacts to what's happened, trainers act on what is about to happen. Your job is to spot the difference. So why the market gets seasonal form wrong? Well, let's be blunt. The betting market is short-term, form obsessed and recent run biased. It struggles with context, intent and cycles. That's why you consistently see overbet favourites out of season, ignored runners coming into their window, repeated surprises that weren't surprises at all. Seasonal form is only invisible if you refuse to zoom out. So what are some practical questions to ask before you bet? Before you back any horse, ask, is this horse in its natural season? Has it historically peaked around this time? Is it transitioning between codes or surfaces? Is the trainer known for seasonal targeting? Is the market pricing past form or current conditions? If you can't answer those questions, you're betting blind. So how does this connect to the red flag method? Well, it brings us neatly to the red flag method because seasonal form is one of the quiet killers of favourites. Short price horses often carry hidden red flags like running out of season, switching surfaces without evidence, running too quickly from winter campaigns, being asked to peak twice in the same year. The red flag isn't about finding winners, it's about identifying vulnerable favourites before the market wakes up, and seasonal mismatches are one of the most reliable warning signs there is. If you want to stop donating money to horses that look solid but are actually at the wrong point in their cycle, then you need a framework, not a hunch. Don't forget to click the link in the description to download the red flag method. So horse racing doesn't change as much as people think. The seasons still turn, horses still respond to them, and the market still overreacts to what it just saw. Your edge comes from understanding when form is real and when it's expiring. That's how professionals think. That's how Moneyfoot Horse thinks. And that's how you stay on the right side of the cycle. So until the next time, win quietly.